based on the fact that we're not even on our real calendar. So we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled for years throughout the process. But we here now. You hear me? We here now. We here. Hey, YouTube, what they do, baby? YouTube on right now this morning. I had to come on in this morning and like line everything up. I woke up at 911 this morning. What does 911? That's what time when my eyes opened this morning, it was 911. Let me go right quick. Y'all know I got a flow as I got my Palo Santo burning in here this morning, trying to open up my chakras and get my mind and my thoughts and my character. My character. It's my character. It's the character that we want to really open up. What's the significant meaning of 9/11? Okay, check this out right here. Okay. 911 is a sign of spiritual enlightenment, growth, and connectivity. This angel number presents itself to you when you're ready to experience a spiritual awakening. Ooh-wee. Oh man, I did not know this. And new profound perspectives on your purpose in life and how you can be a positive influence in the world. Ooh-wee. And so this morning, as my eyes opened, they just flew open. And the first thing I did was I reached over my phone to make sure that I was in the time limit of what, my body naturally now wake up in the 9 o'clock hour. I'm trying to get it before, so I think it was 8:38 when I really woke up. And then I just looked, I just dozed back off. And when I really sincerely, genuinely woke up this morning, it was 911. And that 911 is symbolic of connectivity. And remember, I told y'all, in order for us to go into this new realm of dimension, to go further, faster, we can't be like that buckshot example that he showed me when I was sitting in front of Walmart the other night. He said that he showed me a whole bunch of specks, a whole bunch of dots all around like buckshots. And he said that right there is not going to get you to the place by which I desire you to be. And so he gave me another, he said, and I pulled out the pencil and I wrote down exactly what he showed me. And he showed me where all the dots were connected. You were at the center, and all the lines that went away from the dot, that center dot went into other dots that was around it. And then that line went into those. And so he showed me a whole diagram by which we're going to go further, faster. But I don't want to go there this morning. Y'all got to go back to that session. Y'all got to go back to that session because I'll be full. And can I tell y'all something this morning? When I sat down here, I really didn't have anything to say. But something happens to me when I open the laptop. I don't know what happened. I ain't even trying to figure it out. It don't even matter to me at this point. So I'm a year and some change into my calling and into my obedience. I'm a year and some change into it. So I have no other desire to figure all out everything. Sometimes he don't always call the equipped, but he will equip the ones that he's called. And so since I'm a called out generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, I might as well just go ahead on and vibe with y'all. You feel me? Ain't no reason not to. You feel? I am the thought-provoking specialist. And I'm on assignment to provoke thought. But back to this, that we're not even on our real calendar, y'all. The Gregorian calendar is not where we should be. Our calendar and our ethnicity and our calling and our being is the Enoch. That's the calendar by which we should be adhering to. But at the same time, that's neither here nor there, and I'll digress from that. But I'm just here for no other reason but to provoke thought and cause your mindset to shift and cause you to have understanding that might not be resonated in your mind at the moment. And that's okay. not to be resignated, because we don't know all things. You know what I'm saying? We're just moving through this thing called life at a pace by which they designed and desired for us to be. And so I'm here this morning on assignment to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, stay connected. You hear me? I say stay connected. Stay connected to your innermost being. Stay connected. Your heart chakra is significant in the earth. Stay connected and keep growing. 911 is a sign of spiritual enlightenment. And I'm here this morning to enlighten, to encourage, to inspire, to do whatever needs to be done in order to take us to the new, to take us within this new dimension that we've crossed over into. It's a new dimension, y'all. And so I'm here this morning, and I did all my research on the phone that I'm talking to y'all on right now. So I left all the research in this phone that I'm speaking to y'all on. This is the phone right here. I should have been doing it on, but at the same time, it's all good. And so I can do the same research I did briefly this morning. What is the new year? Check this out. What is the meaning of a new dimension? Now check this. It says, what does give a new dimension mean? Generally adds another dimension, which would mean a completely new factor has been added into the consideration. And I'm here to let somebody know that we're standing right now in a whole new dimension with new opportunities, with new advancements, with new practicalities, with new concepts, with new awarenesses, with new morals, with new integrity, with new values, with new worth, with new love, with new affection in this new dimension by which we stand. And this new dimension is symbolic of the newness of all, that we have a completely new factor that has been added into the consideration. And so this new factor that has been added into consideration have to be a new factor of understanding, a new factor of wisdom, a new factor of knowledge, a new factor of concepts, a new factor of narratives, a new factor of ideologies. Oui. So I'm here this morning for no other reason than to provoke thought. I'm here for no other reason than to provoke thoughts, new thoughts in this new dimension, new awarenesses, new enlightenment, new encouragement, new inspirations. New creativity, new acknowledgement, new possibilities, new privileges. Y'all need me to keep going? Because y'all know I keep going. I keep going with all these words that's in my spirit to spill out, to herald and proclaim into your ear, to herald and complain, and to herald and, let's say, explain into your ear your new assignment. And so I'm thankful this morning. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative that we have new factors that have been added into the consideration, switching the narrative focus to the antagonistic of the second act, which added another dimension into it. And so we here this morning for no other reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too deep into it, but it says here it is, what is meant by another dimension? Another common term for a parallel universe. is another dimension, stemming from the idea that if the fourth dimension is in time, the fifth dimension, a direction at a right angle up to the fourth, is an alternative reality. And so we always talking about in energetics and manifestations, we always talking about parallel universe, the parallel reality of the matter. And so I'm here this morning for no other reason than to speak into the minds of the people. As I came across a new word, I came across a new word that I desired to encouch and I desire to encompass in this session. This word is rubric. Yeah. What is a rubric? What is a rubric? See? And so what we're going to have to do as we continue to manifest, as we continue to affirm, as we continue to confirm and move forward, a rubric is an explicit set of criteria used for assessing a particular type of work or performance. And so we all know that at this beginning of the year, everybody come with this new rubric. Everybody come with this new they call them what they say, like the New Year resolutions. You feel me? Everybody was like, oh yeah, I got a New Year's resolution, and by March they don't even remember it no more. Hey, 90 days later, 90 days in, they don't even remember what they even said they have. So, but at the same time, this word rubric was dropped in my spirit by a young lady that I hold in a high regard yesterday. And so at the same time, she said, we're going to have to make a rubric. And when she said that word, something hit all the way down into my belly. A rubric. I haven't heard that word since school. I think that had to be in like elementary or middle school somewhere, rubric. And so at the same time, I want to drop this word in y'all's spirit called rubric. It's actually a whole situation that you have an explicit set of criteria used for assessing a particular type of work. And so we're going to have our own individualized rubrics in our lives right now. Write a rubric for your life. Put on one side all the pros and put on the other side all the cons, all the whiffs, all the against. It's almost like the same thing what I told you in a few sessions ago when we were talking about the fertile soil of our mind, that we had to dig 2 holes. That it was 2 holes that we're going to have to dig in this new dimension. And we're going to have to put our pros in one hole and our cons in the other. And I think what's the most beautiful thing about this whole construct that we've constructed in the metaphorical side of our minds is the fact that we have the ability that we don't have the ability to have power over it. All we have the ability to do is dig the psychological holes in our minds. When we dig these 2 holes and we put the pros on one side and the cons on the other, what we have the ability to do is compare data as we go through this thing called life. If something is presented to us that is in the con side of the process, then guess what? We know that doesn't serve our minds properly, or serve our efforts properly, or serve our energies properly. And so if we have a rubric to go by, then as soon as somebody presents something to us, we'll know instantly that don't go for me. But that do go for me. That goes strictly for me. And so I'm here this morning to share this word rubric. Yeah, it's an explicit set of criteria that we're going to have to write down physically with the pen and paper, but also mentally in our minds, in our thoughts, in our awarenesses, so that when we walk through this thing called life, we'll understand and comprehend instantly. As soon as it's presented to us, we'll know, hey, that don't fit in to the criteria. That don't fit into the particular work that I'm trying to accomplish. That don't fit into the performance that I desire to be in the next 90 days from now. As a matter of fact, what you just presented to me, soldier, ma'am, what you just presented to me is going to take me backwards. Ooh-wee. And so at the same time, we have a rubric that we can gauge our understandings and gauge our acknowledgments and gauge our acceptances of this particular thing, then we'll know instantly once it's presented to us whether or not it fits the pro side of the whole that we once done. Ooh, I hope y'all can follow me. And so I'm here this morning telling somebody to write a rubric of your life, my brother. Hey, sis, write a rubric of your life. Ma'am, sir, we write this rubric of your life. That way you'll have a certain set of criteria used for making your assessments, making your evaluations on whether or not this thing that was presented to you will take you further or pull you backwards. It'll take you further on the pro side or pull you backwards on the con side. That's the hourglass era right there. We here as the hourglass era. This got to be the pro side up here. This is where light and positivity and alkalinity and masculinity has to be on the pro side. This right here has to be the con side. And so the con side of the dynamic is going to be the draw against. This is going to be the with, and this is going to be the against. This is going to be the positivity. Here's going to be the negativity. This is going to be the masculinity. It's going to be the femininity, only because at the same time the man covers the woman in the earth. So don't get it too twisted because of where you fall in femininity. I'm just telling you, it's only two things in the earth that we have to consider ourselves: light or darkness, either positivity or negativity. It's either masculinity or femininity. It's either alkalinity or acidity. You know what I'm saying? It's in these dimensions that we're talking about. It's only two things in the earth that we have to concern ourselves with here in the hourglass era. And so I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. And I'm on assignment, y'all. We're going to rock this thing all the way out this year. Because at the same time, we're going to understand it through knowledge. We're going to understand it through wisdom. We're going to understand what we're doing. We're going to understand it. And so before I go any further, welcome to the hourglass era. Where the sands of time converge in the morning, Monday through Thursday, in the 9 o'clock hour. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Allow us to guide us as we delve into the depths of our consciousness and navigate the interwoven pathways of the mind. Join me on this thought-provoking journey where we explore the spiritual, intellectual, and physical realms, peering into the very essence of health awareness and holistic understandings. Yeah, everything on this earth is symbolic of the hourglass concepts. And its center here in the hourglass represents neutrality. That's where 7 would be in the hourglass. From 0 to 14 is the pH in our bodies. From 0 to 14, 7 has to be centered. So one number under 7 is 6, and one number above 7 is 8. And that little point right there is all neutral. And so it's a pivotal metaphor here for the journey that we're on. Just as the pH transitioned from acidity to alkalinity, so too must we navigate our thoughts from discordance to harmony. It's about transversing the realms of the 7 chakras, unlocking spiritual experiences, and aligning our conscious selves with the greater aspect of life. Y'all know that we have 7 chakras in our bodies. from the crown chakra on the top of our heads to the base chakra, which is the root chakra, to the base of our spines. And so each session unravels the unexplored and conscious thought of human existence, inviting you to awaken, transcend, and comprehend the vast expanses of our inner world. So, having said all that, come, tune in, and let's embark together on this extraordinary odyssey towards enlightenment. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning as Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm here this morning as your thought-provoking specialist. I'm here for no other reason to provoke thought. Bring conscious thought to the forefront of your mind. I don't want to stand back there in your subconscious mind. I want to be all the way out here to the forefront of your mind in conscious thought and understanding and awarenesses and conscious being, essence of who we are in the earth. And I know this morning that we standing here in a new dimension. I don't want to call it a new year, because this is not even our year, y'all. This is not even new for us, based on the fact that if we're on our calendar, which is the Enoch calendar, it doesn't happen until the spring sometime. But they got us on this particular Gregorian Greek calendar. And I can prove it to y'all. I'm just here to share. Sometimes, y'all, I keep telling y'all, I don't know everything there is to know. All I want to do is put a seed. I say, all I want to do sometime is drop a seed in your mind. And it might be some time for someone else to come back through and water the seed. And then somebody else will come back through and water the seed a little bit more. And then someone else will come back in and water the seed a little bit more. And before it's all over said and done, you'll have a full-grown plant from the seed that was dropped in the fertile soil of your mind. And if I'm here, I might as well be here on assignment. Since the only reason why I'm here this morning is because the universe said, open the laptop October 15, 2022. And we had just came out the pandemic. And everybody, this whole world was in a disarray through the poke. And so at the same time, it was a whole situation going on. And I felt a pull in my heart to say, he said, open the laptop. At that moment, all I had was Facebook. And I just opened the laptop out of obedience to what I heard. And I'm here over a year later, based on obedience alone. Based on the fact that I believe that I wouldn't even be here. I think he would have said, and sucked the life out my body if I wasn't operating in obedience. And so I'm here this morning for no other reason. I'm here this morning to share. And we're going to conquer. We're going to be triumphant. We're going to be diligent. We're going to be victorious. We're going to operate in victory based on that fact. Y'all go back to a few sessions. I think y'all look at these titles of the sessions, man. That's what y'all do. Look at the titles of these sessions. A lot of these sessions that I've done, y'all look back at the titles of the sessions, and if the session piqued your interest at any moment, if it piqued your interest just by the title of the session, then listen to it. Listen to the session. They're an hour long, Monday through Thursday, in the 9 o'clock hour. I'm here to speak, to herald, to proclaim, to orate, if you will, as an orator in the earth, speaking from a higher position, looking down in on the world. That's the position by which he has us here in the hourglass. We don't look at the world eye to eye. They'll have us hoodwinked and bamboozled. We don't look at the world as if the world is cowering over us either. Over our right shoulder, we're looking up at the world as if we're getting ready to be smashed by the heaviness of it all. That's not our position. Ooh-wee. I say, so our position is we stand out outside of ourselves and we look down in on the world like this. So we can see all the moving pieces, all of the parts, and we can have the full understanding of it all. Even with our eyes closed, we can still see. I say sometimes you might have to close your eyes so you can see. I hope y'all can understand what I'm saying. Close your eyes, your natural eyes that's limited within the four consecrated walls of where you are at this moment. Close your eyes and open your inner eye. So you can see properly. So we close our eyes and we open our inner ear so we can hear internally. Remember I did a section, remember we did a session when he said, tell them to unclog their ears from all the distractions in the earth. So when he speaks to you, you can hear with clarity. I did a session on that. He said, tell them to unclog their ear from all the distractions of the earth. It was as if I was pulling a cork out your ear. Ooh-wee. And he said, tell them to unclog their ears from the distraction. That's when the implosion under the earth that happened with the millionaires and the billionaires that went down to see something that they wasn't designed to see at that moment. And the universe smashed it. He allowed it to be smashed for a reason. It was a reason they was going too much too soon. And he wasn't ready to reveal everything there is to see. So he crumbled the situation. Stopped it in its tracks. And there's certain parts of this earth and there's certain parts of this universe that we can't even go to. Certain parts of the Grand Canyon we can't even delve into. They won't even allow you to go there. There's certain parts of the of outer space that you can't even get to. They ain't but designed for man to see it with their natural eyes. And he'll smash it. He'll cause rockets to implode or explode in the atmosphere when they're going too far. Yeah. He'll do it. The universe, he'll do it. I'm talking about the creator of all things. I ain't talking about the one that they've dummied us down to call him a certain name here in this dimension. I ain't talking about that. I said the creator of all things, the one who stood out into nothing and really said something. And that thing on those periodical table chart that we learned in about 8th grade, all that stuff on that little periodical chart that we learned in about the 8th grade with selenium and nitrogen and hydrogen and oxygen and all these, different like phosphorus and all these different elements. He said, that's my stuff. Because when he said, let there be, everything became. And all those things on that periodical table chart understood their assignment, even to this day. That's the power of his spoken word. So I'm here this morning for no other reason than to provoke thought. Since he called me the thought-provoking specialist, he gave me that name. That ain't nothing I conjured up in my own wildest imagination. He said it to me. You are the thought-provoking specialist, and you are on assignment. And you take this part of your life serious than any other part, because I've called you to it. So I'm here this morning to speak into the minds of the people. For no other reason am I here. We need the help. We need his understanding. We need his power. We need his perspective. We need his provisions. We need his peace that surpasses all understanding. We need that. So when we walk through this thing called life, we'll understand. We'll comprehend. We'll be aware. We'll be acknowledged in acceptance of who he is, the real true him. Not the one that they portrayed and gave us something to worship. We ain't talking about that one. We ain't talking about those. Because there's multiple things in the earth that they have given us to say, y'all take this and then worship that, to get us off track, to hoodwink and bamboozle us into another direction, away from the original source. I don't know why I'm speaking like this morning. I have no clue. But if I'm going to be used, I ain't going to be a tool. He said, your voice in the earth is an instrument. So I'm here. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I am your health-conscious coach to guide you and coach you into healthy living, healthy thoughts, healthy conscientiousness, healthy awareness, healthy understandings, healthy provisions, healthy peace, where confusion can be all around us. But we're going to have peace of mind here in the hourglass, where we could combat stuff based on the hourglass. That everything about this odyssey that we're on right now is based in symbolic of the hourglass. Alkalinic thoughts is where we have to stand, y'all. We're going to have to stand in our alkalinic conscientious mindsets. The acidity in the earth is there. It's relevant and it's real. But we're not going to stand and we're not going to place our footing in acidity, where death, destruction, and disease is what they call disease, where it's dis-ease in your body. Ease got to be at the top. Dis-ease got to be at the bottom of the hourglass. Just like light got to be at the top, darkness got to be at the bottom. Positivity got to be at the top. Negativity got to be at the bottom. Are they relevant in the earth? Yes. But we're not going to anchor our thoughts, and we're not going to anchor our foundational truths in acidity. We're going to be anchored into alkalinity, the top side of the hourglass, where all our healthy thoughts and health and well-being and wellnesses are. That's where the health, wellness, and well-being is on the top side of the hourglass. And that's where we stand in healthy thoughts, healthy mindset shifts, healthy understandings in the earth, healthy vibrations, healthy, that just hit me right then when Terrence Howard, man, I gotta show y'all. I wish I had the setup that I need as this year progress, y'all. I promise you, I want to have a split screen. I just saw it in my vision, where I could be standing on one side as I'm talking to y'all, and I can let a video show on the other side. And then at the same time, I can navigate the video of what he's trying to tell us through Terrence Howard, trying to tell us that it's a vibration in the earth that can heal our body from any manner of disease, because this whole earth is based on vibrations. It's based on a frequency. And I found out just yesterday of my just winding down from the whole world and from the whole system. I cut all the TVs off. I tell y'all, every TV, every radio, everything that is played in our hearing is not at the vibrational frequency by which God is there. Ooh. And I found out yesterday that our frequency is 528. That's God's frequency in the earth. It's 528 hertz. And when they found out, when I don't even want to tell y'all, but when they found out when that this whole earth was based on an energy source and a frequency, guess what they did? They lowered the frequency down to 441, A441. Do the research for yourself. I'm just your thought-provoking specialist. If you don't believe anything I said, just Google it. Google it. They dropped the frequency from 528 to 544 to A441 because it lowered the frequency of our heart chakra. And now the frequency at 528 was the frequency of God in our hearts. And it represents a green hue. I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. It was a green hue that exuded from our heart chakra back to the universe, showing the love. It's the frequency of love. 528 hertz. I'm gonna do more research on it, y'all. I'm gonna bring it to y'all a better way so y'all can understand it from the concept by which I'm trying to deliver it right now, shooting from the hip. Because I don't know it all. I never proclaim to know it all. I'm just here as a thought-provoking specialist to help you along your pathway of assignment. I'm just here to plant a seed. I keep telling you that it's a seed that's going into the fertile soils of your mind. You allow the fertile soils of your mind to grasp hold to the seeds that I plant in your thoughts. And do your own research and do your own watering, do your own navigational system. What they call it when they put all the tubing under the ground and irrigation? Where they put all the tubing under the ground and they give y'all and they put the sprinklers up. What they call it? Irrigation, the irrigation system. That's what I just saw in my spirit. Y'all in the garden of your own mind, you got to put your own irrigation systems around. That it come on at a certain time and it water your crop, the crop of your mind, the crop of your thoughts, the harvest. Ooh-wee. And that it would render good fruit in good season of your life. Ooh-wee. So I'm here as a planter this morning. That's what I see myself as. I'm here as a planter, throwing seed over the earth. Ooh-wee. I grab in my bag and I throw a whole seed. I shake it out my hand like that over the earth. I grab more and I shake it out my hand over the earth. Grab hold to the seed and let the fertile soils of your mind grasp it. So eventually, before it's all over said and done, a big, strong tree, big oak tree, the oak tree of your thoughts, the oak tree of your conscientiousness. Let the oak tree of your mind grow 50 and 60 and 70 feet tall. Ooh-wee. So I'm here this morning. I'm on assignment. I'm Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm your thought-provoking specialist. Sat down here this morning with nothing to say. And he got all this out of me. Ooh-wee. So sometime I'm letting y'all know that y'all got to go through this thing called life. We got to walk through this thing called living with our antennas up. My antenna's not always up all the time intentionally. I lower them. I don't want to walk through this thing called life with my antennas up so far to the fact that anything that's being said in the atmosphere, I'm going to grasp hold and believe it. I can't do that anymore. So at certain times of my life, I have to lower my antennas. I'll lower them till they don't even have accessibility to the world anymore. And I'll go deep within myself. He lives in me, just like he lives in you. He's already there when he blew the Ruach breath of life into Adam's nostril. He became a living soul. That same breath I'm talking about the breath of life is in you. So that means he lives in you. If you got the breath of life, his breath. Mm. So I'm thankful this morning. I say I'm grateful this morning. I attach a goodness and appreciation and a gratitude to this dimension that we're in, this new dimension. It's not a new year for us, it's a new dimension for us. We're going to have to go into a new concept, new privileges. It's all before us right now, new opportunities. We're going to have to get hustles on side hustles on top of side hustles in order to pay for all the things that the new dimension require. They've already set the stage and the standard through AI, through all these new intelligences, through all these new ways of doing things. We're going to have to tap into that, but we're going to still have to be in this world, but not of it. That just dropped in my spirit. He said we're going to have to still be in this world. As long as we wake up every morning with breath in our bodies, we still going to have to be in the world, just not of the world. Understanding it from the power of looking out of it, in town, in on it. So we're going to have to eventually sew it all together, y'all. I ain't saying S-O-W it all together. I mean S-E-W it all together. We're going to have to sew it all together. Ooh-wee. I say take a needle and stitch it all together. Stitch everything that we know and make it all come together as a blanket. Remember a quilt? Remember quilts? I'm about to be talking my age right now. Y'all don't remember that. Hey, people on my live right now probably don't remember what a quilt is. They don't know what a quilt is. Y'all don't know what no quilt is. Y'all don't know what a quilt. Y'all don't know what no quilt is. A quilt. Y'all don't know no quilt. They took all the pieces and the fabrics in the manufacturer. They'll take all the pieces of different cloth together. Remember, it was all different colors and different pieces and they'll sew them all together and then make a quilt out of it. That's what I just saw in my spirit. He say, sew everything that you know together, because all of it is a part of it. Did you hear me? I say all of it is a part of it. So I can close my eyes and speak into the minds of the people out my spirit. Ooh-wee. I say I'll close my eyes, my natural eye, and speak to the minds of the people out my spirit. Lead and guide from a pure perspective. I don't have no hidden objective, no underlying motives for being here, because I'm on assignment. It's strong possibility that had I not been called or chosen to do this, I most likely would not be here right now before you. I promise you I would. I'm too private. I like to fly up under the radar. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be catapulted and propelled into the spotlight. But now that I've been called, I say, but now that I've been chosen to do it, I'll do it. And I'll reap every benefit of it. I'll reap the benefits. Benefits got to be at the top of the hourglass. And so I'm here this morning. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to wave my hands in the air like I just don't care. I'm on assignment by the universe, called and chosen to be a voice for the people. help us to hear. Creator of all things, help us to hear you. Creator of all things, I'm talking about the real creator. I'm talking about the one that stood out into nothing for real and spoke all this into existence through your wisdom, through your knowledge, through your understanding. A higher height and a deeper depth we desire to go here in the Hourglass Era. We can't stay on the superficial side of life. We can't stay on the superficial side of life. That you're calling us into a deeper depth of understandings, a heightened height of wisdom, that we can no longer be hoodwinked and bamboozled by the narratives and the ideologies that man has given us through this dimension. Man has given us all these things through their dimension, the dimension by which they stood and understood and stood in, and then wrote about it. Plato and all these boys and all these theorists and all these, people that has came through this earth and then written stuff that they believe down into a book. You can stand back outside of yourself and read the book and see from who it was written by. Because all you got to do is read it with a holistic understanding that it was written by the victors. It wasn't written by the victims, or we'd be saying something totally different. Masters, take care of your slaves. Nah, the universe ain't talking like that, y'all. Slaves, take care of your master. No. The universe, he created it all. He looking down in on us saying, all y'all are the same to me. All y'all are my creations. I'm the creator of all of it. All of y'all in the same boat. Ooh-wee. And so he looked down in on us. The same way that we're going to have to stand outside ourselves and look down in on this world and look around and see all the injustices and all the inequalities. We could see all the narratives and all the ideologies and all the foolishness and the foolery that they've given everybody to adapt to or adopt. We looking down in on this stuff and we say, wait a minute, this stuff ain't adding up. Hey, sis, bruh, this stuff ain't mathing. Mathing ain't mathing. Did you hear me? I say this stuff ain't adding up properly. Ain't none of this stuff adding up. Like, wait a minute, wait, look down in the world. Wait a minute. This stuff ain't adding up. Math ain't mathing, y'all. And so, since we know life lessons have taught us that even when we go into the courtrooms, we're not looked at and judged according to the dynamic. Sometimes, based on the color, you'll be judged differently. That's just the reality of the matter. And so I'm here this morning to prick. I say I'm here this morning to cast a net over your thoughts over your mind, over your mindset shifts. I'll cast a net over your understandings and your comprehensions. And when you pull that drawstring, you know how you cast that net when you fishing, and you throw it out there like that there, and you got the weights on the other side, and it go down in the water, and then you take that string and pull it up through the center, and everything that's in it will be pulled up that was cast over it. You pull that string out the center, and everything was pulled up with it. Every type of fish, every type of thing that's in the underneath the earth was pulled up with it. You ain't got to be fish. You could be octopus. You don't have to be fish and octopus. You could be something else, crabs and lobsters. Yeah, anything that's down there can get pulled up. Some things we look at that's as a desire, that's desirable, and some things we got to throw back overboard. Y'all take the meat and leave the bone. Everything I say, you ain't gonna be able to eat it all. So nibble off the meat and throw the bone back. Everything this world offers us, we can't eat all of it. Do you know if you eat across the whole food diaspora, you're gonna be sick? Ooh-wee. You can't eat everything that the world offers you. Some things you're gonna have to say no to. Some things you're gonna say, don't put that on my plate. I can't even stomach it. It ain't even a real food. Like cheese. Cheese is pasteurized. It's the biggest cancer-causing agent in the atmosphere. Cheese is. Throw a slice of cheese in a 98.6 degree pan. And the only reason why I say 98.6 degrees, because that's in your body. That's the temperature of your body. 98.6 degrees under normal conditions. You throw a slice of cheese in a 98.6 degree frying pan and see what happened to the cheese. It's going to bubble up and go get sticky and nasty. And it's the same thing that happened into your large intestines. That's the same thing that happens in your large intestines. They get all sticky and gooey. Sometimes you can't even digest it because it's pasteurized. It's not even a real thing. It don't even have a seed in it. It was made. So we're going to have to throw some stuff back in the earth, y'all. We're not going to be able to digest everything in the world has to offer us. Do you hear me? I say everything that the world has to offer us, we cannot be eating all of it. We can't eat it all. You can't eat a whole chicken. You got to throw the bone back, right? You can't eat a whole cow. You got to throw the bone back. Some people that eat pig can't eat the whole pig. Some of that stuff you got to throw back. I know y'all like them intestines. I know y'all like them intestines. Nasty self. Hey, y'all nasty. Want to eat them pig intestines like that there. Y'all nasty. Ugh, y'all nasty. Want to put some hot sauce on pig. Hey, we're going to put some hot sauce on these pig intestines. Now, one thing about it, boy, you know what I'm saying? Master them gave us the scraps off the table. Now we're going to eat all of it. You feel me? We're going to eat all of the pig. We ain't going to just eat the good part. We're going to eat the bad part, too. Y'all something else. Trying to put hot sauce and seasoning on pig guts. Ugh. Nasty self. I was once one of them, I know. I done ate chitlins before too. Chitterlings. They call it chitterling. Y'all so nasty. I said, y'all so nasty. Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. Ooh. Y'all nasty self right here eating pig guts. So we're going to throw some hot sauce and some barbecue sauce on these pig guts. Y'all something else, boy. Y'all know how to dress some stuff up, don't y'all? Y'all know how to put some, hey, y'all pull a crab and a lobster and a shrimp out of its natural habitat under the earth, in the waters under the earth. Y'all will pull a crab and a lobster and a shrimp out the bottom. They are all bottom feeders. They are all scavengers. And y'all pull this type of stuff out the bottom of the sea and bring it up and boil it and throw some seasoning in it and boil a whole pot. Y'all done got sporty with it now and put corn and cabbage, and y'all throw what it is, potatoes. Y'all put potatoes in and call it a crab boil with all this red spicy sauce. And that spicy sauce is enough right there alone to take your blood pressure through the roof. Ooh-wee. And at the same time, y'all will sit there and suck on the bones, suck on the crab legs and lobsters. And eat that shrimp like it's a delicatessen. It is a delicatessen, huh? Hey, boy, y'all something else, boy. Hey, y'all, my people is something else. Y'all to take some stuff and make it beat and make it do what it do. But anyway, this morning, I'm thankful. Have I been here an hour yet, y'all? Have I been here an hour yet? I told y'all I never give y'all under an hour of my astuteness. I'll never give y'all under an hour of my education. I'll never give you an hour under an hour of my understanding and my wisdom and my knowledge. And maybe that's the reason why the universe said, open the laptop to speak to the minds of the people. Maybe I'm building legacy here. Maybe I'm on assignment for legacy. Maybe these words that is designed right now to come into the diaspora, maybe it's not designed for the people that's unalive right now. Maybe it's designed for the individuals that's coming behind me as a foundational truth, as a health awareness, conscientious mindset, as a thought-provoking specialist, as a health conscious coach, as an intellectual content creator. Hey, look, it caught me the other day. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, look, y'all know it's a whole bunch of data out here, right? It's a whole bunch of channels that we can chime in. Over here in this channel, it's going to be intellectual content. I say over here in this channel right here, it's going to be intellectual content. But you're going to find a whole bunch of other content on Facebook and on IG and on YouTube that's going to be symbolic of other stuff, right? So I ran across this brother. I don't know where he was sitting. I don't know if he was in Houston. I don't know where he was, but he had this big old red Rolls Royce, white Rolls Royce, older brother too, right? So he was on the sidewalk, and this little baddie walked through, and at the same time he said, "Excuse me, what's your name?" And she was like shunning him real good, like, no. And he had a big M on his chest, right? The symbolic of McDonald's. It was so funny. And so he had a big old M, like it was bigger than the average M. So he had made a shirt with a big old M on it, right? A big golden arch M on his chest. And she said, "Where you finna go? You finna go to McDonald's?" And he said, "Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, Shad. You know, I own about 3-4 McDonald's." You know, said and she was like, "What you own the Mac?" She said, "Yeah, I own about 3-4 McDonald's, and at the same time, right, I'm on my way to one of them." And she was like, "I don't want to talk to no McDonald's worker." Look what time it is, 11:11. It's 1:1. Look what time it is right now. We got to find out why that is. Look what time it is right now. It's 11:11 right now. I got to find out why I just saw that number. But anyway, check this. So at the same time, dude, so she's talking, "I don't want to talk to no McDonald's worker." So there's so much stuff on this line that we can tap into that I don't want to call it. You know, it might not be intellectual content. They call it what he was called. I think he was called gold digger pranks or something like that there. And so he stepped off the curb and hit the little button to the Rolls Royce, and she had then walked on by with a little attitude, and then she seen it. And he stepped off the curb and said, "All right, you go, don't worry about it. Have a nice day." And he got on the Rolls Royce, and she came and tapped on the window of the Rolls Royce like, "This your car?" I was like, oh man, this your car? He said, I just got it. Didn't you just see me just get in it? She was like, I want to sit in here with you. And the whole scenario changed after she saw what car he was driving. And so I'm here this morning as an intellectual content creator. I create intellectual content that's gonna make you think past a car. I want you to think past a narrative and an ideology. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to think past the constructs by which they have given us and navigated us down this low vibrational A441 concept. They took our vibrations out of 528 is God's vibration. I didn't even know this until yesterday. So I'm going to do some more research. I know that this whole earth is based on vibrations and frequencies. Google it for yourself. It's 528. It's God's frequency. It's for your heart chakra. That's how he was able to navigate and commune with his people at one time, was through the heart chakra. I didn't even know this. Google it. And the chakra, the color for the chakra for your heart is a green hue, which means life. Everything that has green in the earth is living. It's life. Like a fresh leaf, a fresh live branch of leaves is green. It means life in the natural universal construct. Is green is the color of life. And at the same time, yeah, they don't put it into money, but we're going to deal with that another time. But the green hue is the heart chakra. And that's how he was able to commune with his people at one time through the hertz of 528. I did not know this, y'all. I found this out yesterday. And so I'm here as a thought-provoking specialist, here to provoke your thoughts. That's it. For no other reason am I here. I promise you, had he not called me, I promise you, had he not made me remember the time when I was in my Valley Low experience, and he said, don't forget the promise you made to me. I'm like, what? So I'm here this morning to tell you, don't forget the promises that you made to him when you was going through your cancerous situation, when you going through your Valley Low experiences on the verge of divorce, when you was going through all of your schooling and you was saying, Lord, if you let me pass this test, I'll do this, this, and this. You better not forget that promise, ma'am. Hey, sir, don't forget the promise you made to him when you was going through that stage 3 prostate situation. You better not forget the promise, because he's going to come and he's going to require that you remember the promise that you made to him when you was going through your Valley Low experiences. And that's what he did to me when I hung out in the belly of the whale. About 3.5 years of my life, I had to hang out in the belly of the whale. And the belly of the whale experience taught me to trust him even when I couldn't track him. I say the belly of the whale experience in my life, my belly of the whale is not going to be your belly of the whale. But my belly of the whale experience taught me to trust him even when I couldn't trace him. He looked like he had forgotten about me. Made some wrong decisions and some bad decisions. Caused me to fall into the belly of the whale. Swallowed up. I made him a promise. And how many years later did he call and he told me? It was how many years? That was in, I don't even know what year that was. All I know is it's 2022. That was in 0-something. 07. It took all these many years, 2022, for me to adhere to the promise and for him to request the promise back to him. So I'm here through obedience this morning because of a promise I made. And if you got me out this situation, I'll do this, this, and that. He reminded me of that moment that I made that promise. That's why I know it was real, because he took me back in my mind to the time I made the promise. He's gonna do the same thing for y'all. And maybe one day y'all might have to open y'all laptop and be discomforted, because this ain't always a comfort situation. Standing behind the laptop in the minds of the people where a person can judge you accordingly. But at this moment, I don't even care. I'm 56 years old in this earth. What I care about a person judging me? Half of my life is already over. Even if he give me 40 more years, but I've been praying for 40 more, I'll still be 96. At that moment, I'll be 96 years old, y'all. 40 more years from now, I'll be 96 years old and live the good life. So these next 40 years, we're going to live in harmonious intentionality. Did you hear me? I said I want to live in harmonious intentionality, where I'm intentional about the harmony of understanding and comprehensiveness. Intentional about the awarenesses, being knowledgeable, and accepting the unknown, and being blessed by it through his endowment of me, endowing me with understanding that I can share into the world. So I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I told y'all something happened to me when I get into it. I don't know what happened to me, man. I promise y'all I don't know what this is right here. I'm just here on assignment. So y'all continue to share. I guess everybody be talking about on their podcast. I'm learning from other people's podcast. They say share and like and all this, like and share. I don't really care if y'all do that or not, to be honest with you. I don't care if y'all like and share my stuff. All I want to do is plant a seed in your hearing. Plant a seed in your heart. Plant a seed in your heightenedness. Go higher. Go higher in your thoughts. Allow your thoughts to come all the way from your base, your chakra, your root chakra, all the way up every chakra until it crystallizes in the brain of your mind and explode with crystallization in your mind. Where your thoughts are crystallized through truth. No more falsehoods. No more hoodwinked and bamboozleness. But through truth. That's where we stand in here in the Hourglass Era, in truth of it all. And so I'm thankful this morning. Did y'all hear me? I said, I'm thankful. I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm done. I ain't apologizing. I'm just saying I'm sorry. I ain't apologizing for nothing that was said. I ain't apologizing for nothing that was said. It was all 100% him. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. Welcome to your new dimension. As I usher you into your new dimension, I welcome you into your new dimension. This is a new dimension for us, not necessarily a new year, because our year in the Enoch calendar doesn't go through the Gregorian. It has us on the Gregorian calendar, which is the Greek calendar, which is not our calendar. We're not Greek, but we here. So I digress. But at the same time, thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning. Google all the things that I said for yourself and become consciously aware of your own assignment as we are catapulted and propelled into a new dimension. We're in a new dimension, y'all, with new creativity, with new awarenesses, with new ideologies, with new advancements, with new purpose, with new peace that surpass all understanding, with new provisions. We understand in newness, a new variety. Yeah, we have a variety. New variability. How about that one? We have a lot of variability. It's new for us right now here in the Hourglass Era. All right, I'm going. All right, y'all go. I'm going, y'all, for real. I'm going. Y'all be blessed. Hotep, Hotep, Hotep. Google it for yourself. Hotep. Hotep just means peace and blessings. That's all that means. Don't stop acting like y'all deep in profile around here. Stop acting like y'all all deep in profile. You know, konnichiwa to all my Chinese people that might chime in with me this morning. This is universal conscientiousness. Assalamu alaikum to all my Arabic brothers. You know what I'm saying? Hotep, Hotep, Hotep. You know? Hola to all my Spanish speaking and Portuguese brothers and sisters. Hola, hola, hola. Hola to all y'all, yeah. Nang ho to all my Chinese speaking people. Japanese, konnichiwa. Yeah, Portuguese, hola. Hispanic, hola. All right, y'all, I'm gone. It's been a blessing this morning to chime in with y'all. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am on assignment. I'm your health conscious coach. I'm your intellectual content creator. And I'm also your podcast professor. I'm here on assignment and we going forward this year. Welcome to y'all new dimension. I just want to usher y'all into a new dimension of thought. That's it. I'm here for no other reason than to provoke your thoughts into a new dimension, a new awareness, a new consciousness, a new vibration, a new frequency, a new energy source by which he's given me. All right, y'all be blessed. See y'all again tomorrow. Slow connection. All right, YouTube. It's been a pleasure. I definitely see y'all again tomorrow. Hotep, Hotep, Hotep.